Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Wasteland 3. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as I got, last episode, a book, I believe. It looked like a book, it smelled like a book, it quacked like a book, and it was Forewarned is Forearmed. Was it that one? No, it was a guide to armor building, if I remember correctly. You'll just die tired. That's for sniper rifles. Really? Wait, what? Oh, right, and I forgot. Yes, I definitely have the sniper rifle thing. And it changes order, but that's only normal. Guide to body armor customization, that's for armor modding. Really nice, really good. We're getting books. Getting books is important. We are also about to go talk to the God Emperor. No, wait, that's not what it is. Which one is it? It's still the same kind of satire, although in the case of Warhammer 40k, I'm not 100% sure it's satire, but it can be used as satire anyway. The God Emperor, of the same kind of mentality and ideology, and the God President. That's the one. My God, how could I forget? It works the same. As I said, let's see what this is. Yeah, we're gonna talk to Reagan in a little bit. Terminal 1 of 3, RAED array online. Reagan. That's probably what the R stands for. Active systems status. Multiple _ active with a capital A. And that was the line. That's a symbol for maths when it's line, but it's maybe not in that case. That was an end quote. It looks like this terminal is connected to the Reagan statue. Upgrading it will increase the statue's combat effectiveness. Sabotaging it could damage or destroy the statue. Hard drive capacity 4 megabytes, which is not funny because, while in the 80s, no. I think it's in the 70s where 4 megabytes would be the normal hard drive capacity. Is it? Maybe it is later. Because, the war happened in 80-something. Was it? I'm not sure. Either way, it's an old computer. You know how it goes. System fragmentation. Oh, you have fragmentation. Of course you do. 96%. Days since defrag. 3422. Yeah. That would be 10 years. Press D to defragment hard disk. Press F to force reboot. Warning, system integrity may be compromised. Maybe compromised? What? Just now? Or if you force reboot? Or if you defrag? That's unclear. The nearby guard is watching you closely.
Sorry, partners.
Oh.
Access to this console is restricted by order of the Nancys.
You're a heck of a guard, but that won't matter when the system fails running.
What? No, I didn't even realize it. What should I do?
Press that F button now.
Sir, yes, sir. Pressing the button now, sir. I think I did something wrong.
No.
I hope the Nancys don't get mad.
You definitely did not bend the whole thing. Is that bent or is that made out of Kevlar or something? You see how shabby it looks? Well, how hard did you press the button? We have another console around here. Maybe that... No, he definitely pressed the button so hard he bent the whole thing. Okay, well, I think we're going to have a similar thing over here. Because I will investigate how you could sabotage the system. Because nobody kills me immediately, so that's good. You spent, in fact, past tense, a few minutes investigating the terminal. And then somebody... what? Oh. No, it shouldn't be past tense. We're gonna go in mechanics over here. Open the case discreetly. Pull a failsafe fuse out. That is what fuses are for. Well, sort of. Yeah, the fuses are failsafes. But anyway, that one is a special failsafe. The machine hums along normally for a few more seconds, and then it starts to heat up. Nobody notices it. That's not what happens when you take a fuse out. Oh, that might be why it's a failsafe. Because it's a redundant fuse. Yeah, if a fuse is a conductive part of the machine. It's just made to be the weakest point in the circuit, so that when the voltage increases, it short circuits and basically breaks, and then it doesn't allow for short circuits anymore because the circuit is broken because it breaks. Anyway. Nobody notices this, and that is the machine being broken. That's what that is. This might have been a good idea. It might also have been a bad idea. That is what is known as a vault door.
Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you.
That's very nice of
Please
him.
come in.
What? Somebody's being injured. No problem. What's going on over here? Oh my god. Okay. That's Mother Nancy Reliance. We talked to her already. And this is a fighting arena, I think. Excuse me.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jelly and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to...
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. That was very loud. I didn't. He said 1,000 years of darkness. He also said the sentence, "We'll preserve for our children this," which is a bad sentence when written, but a really bad sentence when he says it like that, because you need to make a huge pause over there because it's a weird sentence. It's a Yoda-style sentence. You should say, "We'll preserve this for our children." But yeah, you can say, "We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope." Wait, is that a bomb? It's gotta be a bomb.
If it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say?
Bloodbath?
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin.
Without reading it. I think that's the implication. I mean, it might not be. It might be just a common saying, but because I have no idea. But yeah, that is without reading it, because if you would read, it implies you're a communist. Because obviously. What's a communist? Let's go with that.
They're like choosy cannibals, right? They only eat the rich.
No, I don't think that works historically speaking. Does it work? No, it does work. It does work. Eat the rich is not a particularly popular motto of the Red Scare era of the U.S., but it existed already. It's just more fun, nowadays, where it has gained more traction because it's just generally an anti-capitalist motto, not necessarily communist, although anti-capitalism and communism, socialism in general and all that. But it's funny.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
Okay, Boomer.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning.
What if we told you we were communists? Well, I think I know what happened. The robot outside basically mentioned the word. I'm lucky to be alive right now. Well, not really, because I'm lucky to not be in combat, because I asked that question. Then the robot definitely just attacked, or no, the robot didn't get killed. The other woman. No, who was it? No, it was definitely the robot. Yes. Honestly, sounds like the setup you've got here. Yes, there are. That's the subtext of the whole thing. How anti-American, and that would be kiss ass, for me, because obviously I'm sucking up to them. Oh, actually, we should read that. They need to be wiped from the face of the earth. I thought it was gonna be more of a fun thing, but it isn't. Let's go with this one. Let's see what levels of delusion their whole religion goes to. Honestly, it sounds like the setup you've got here. Let's analyze that. So they work for free, and they're forced. How does they work for free? There was specifically something in regards to if they don't subscribe to their ideology. I don't remember what that was, but yeah, there's a lot of that here.
What? It absolutely is not. We are the last true Americans. We follow the last true American president.
Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
That's he called her mummy? Is it like that other Republican politician that calls his wife mum or mother? I don't remember his name. It wasn't Mitch McConnell. It was the other turd. I don't remember his name. And by the time you're watching this, he's not. Actually, right now he's not. He doesn't have a. He's not in. What is the word when you have a title? You're in. Not in power. That's the word for it. But he doesn't have. He doesn't hold office. That's the word. He's not in office now, but I don't remember his name. Either way, that's a little bit creepy because it might be that Nancy is the mother rather than the wife.
I know you are, darling. Night-night.
All the mouth noises just make it even more distracting.
Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests.
Well, what do you need us to do?
My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs.
We're going to need more. We're going to need more information first.
Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience.
If you run out, I guess you run out. Why would your also how and what? Many questions. In fact, there's a lot of questions. Tell us more about this fine weapon. No, I'm not gonna go with that. Let's go with the first one. What I really want to ask is, what he's gonna do after he's part of a person. But why would your god need a transfer module?
There are a lot of issues with the current hardware. The read-write heads alone are...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, though the vessel containing the God President was meant to be everlasting, that has proven false, and a new vessel is required. Ronnie has announced his preference for the vessel to be human.
How do we know you'll keep your promise to turn over Valor? Actually, I don't care about that. Tell us more about these robots at the airport.
They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words, they'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are.
Any other dangers to watch out for besides the robots?
The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver. But trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them.
Why haven't you sent some gippers to get the module?
The preparations have kept us busy enough. Your assistance is a convenience that we are willing to pay for. Nothing more. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers, and I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not?
Now we need some time to think about this.
Whether you recover the module is up to you. If you do, bring it to us, and we will deal with you fairly. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers.
Yeah. Valor. That's the first time we're dealing with him. Considering that I came here to Denver thinking, for some reason, that I was after... What's her name? Victory? No, which one is her? So she's the dictator style one. I'm trying to remember. It's not Valor. What's her name? Quests. We know the name. The traitor. No, that's the lower one. That's the Zealot, isn't it? Extract Valor Buchanan. It is not the Zealot. Reagan Reborn. It's a psychopath? Is it Vic? No, it is not. It's Liberty. Wow, she talked to us as the highest level? My god, that's she's, especially because we could fight her right there. Although, it might have been that she wouldn't fight us because she would be like, no, you're too weak. And yeah, we got another cassette over here. Reliance's Manifesto, a recording of Reliance's Manifesto with many mouth noises, which is broadcast over the airwaves and spread far and wide.
People do rather get the wrong idea about us. I can't say I mind. Let us be underestimated and ridiculed. They think our Ronnie is dead and never coming back, and they are wrong. They accuse us of seeing communists in every shadow, and, well, they are right. But so are we. Make no mistake, dears. We are surrounded by the vestiges of the evil empire. They have turned our great nation into an irradiated graveyard, and they expect us to weep. But we are steel, sisters. We do not bend, nor do we rust. We endure. So let them laugh at us. We are the wives of the God President, and we will endure until he returns to us. Until then, his great work lies before us, unfinished. We will arm our sons and our daughters and teach them to hunt communists and snake-tongued socialists. From birth, we will turn our children's hearts to unyielding stone. With our blessing, they will bring peace back to the world, one bullet at a time. We do this in the Gipper's name. Amen.
But mostly in the mouth noises name. That's what you really want.
So, you're the Rangers. I hear you've been showing the Marshals how it's done. Keep it up and maybe Daddy'll make you his chief bootlickers. Well, you can go back and tell Saul I'm staying here. The Gippers are my family now.
Yeah, how'd you end up with the Gippers?
My father sent me here as punishment for being smarter than him. Stupidest thing he ever did.
You're doing all right here, though, it seems.
Damn right I am. The Gippers understand my worth. They're not blind like my father. I'm the foremost tech and computer expert in the world. You name it, I've taken it apart, put it back together, and made it better.
As modest as he ever was.
He's always been like this. A boaster and a braggart.
Just a tiny investment in hardware, and I could have given my father access to all the 100 families' records and secrets. No, but he wasn't going to shell out for any tech unless it could kill someone. Idiot.
The voice actor is really pulling some not strings, but like pulling those lines off from the beginning, honestly. You've got a pretty high opinion of yourself, huh?
Well, opinion means I can't prove I'm better than you. I can any day of the week.
What was your dad thinking sending a genius like you away?
Liberty attacked Colorado Springs, and the city alarms didn't go off. So he blamed me. He said I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. Those alarms were sabotaged.
That's still you fucking up. Because, well, I guess it depends, I suppose. It's what fuck up it is. Because, you know, if you have a security system and the security system has flaws, then, well, you need to fix those flaws. It's not like, oh, somebody sabotaged our security system. Whatever can I do? Well, you can fix the flaws that they exploited to sabotage it. But in this case, it might be a little less security system-y, less computationally intensive alarms, maybe? I don't know. Sabotaged by whom?
My sister! She stole the codes from my room before she left! It was her fault, not mine!
It sounds like you've got a grudge against Colorado Springs.
Idiots! They're all idiots! They think they're the center of civilization! No, not without oil, they're not. Let's see how civilized they are a few months from now.
Can you give us a good reason not to drag you back to the Patriarch right now?
The automated turrets, the protection of the Gipper himself, all the Nancys who swore to defend me.
I was sort of hoping for another aspect. The game really doesn't make an effort in trying to convince us that we might not want to do what the Patriarch asked us to do. That's very disappointing, honestly. That, like, you'd expect it to be the thing of the writing is that he'd be like, no, don't take me there because I could work with you, or maybe I'm like really good, or no, it's just sort of exposition based, and there's no real option here, which is very, very surprising because it feels like it's only 2 or 3 lines of dialogue away from it being an option, in the sense of not you being able to choose it, but even just being able to. Because it might end up that we have to fight him or take him as prisoner one way or the other. But just having him make an argument can make you be able to roleplay different characters. And as it stands right now, I can't be like, yeah, but like, maybe I don't want to bring you to the Patriarch. Why would I do that? Why would I not bring you to the Patriarch? And it's just being a jerk and telling, oh, because, you know, of the turrets. That doesn't even make sense if I phrase it like that. If I ask the question like that, I need to ask the question the way it was asked, and then he's just going to give me the reason that I don't care. I can't help noticing you're planning on having everyone else fight for you.
Well, I never claimed to be a fighter, but here, I don't need to be.
Nah.
Not if I see you first.
I said see you, and that's why he said that. Okay, well, we're going to probably come back. We're going to deal with the robots and see what that's all about. No, wait a minute. I still need to deal with the Reagan, I think, and we'll see where that goes as well. I think, because the dialogue was started automatically. Yeah, look at that. It's got a thing over on this side with a computer screen, the brightness of the sun.
You don't appear to have the module. Why have you returned?
To hear your very cavernous mouth noises. Naturally. We have questions about the mission?
Bring us the cybernetic transfer module. Then we'll restore the flow of oil to Colorado Springs and release our claim on Valor Buchanan. Is any part of that unclear?
What's wrong with the president?
You are referring to God President Reagan's tics? Yes, well, my dear Ronnie is just as sane as he ever was. It is the machine that contains him that is failing. These outbursts are caused by faulty wiring and aging hardware.
So your God's just a simulation?
Simulation? The God President is the real and actual Ronald Wilson Reagan in digital form, downloaded into this sacred vessel before his worldly shell failed him. He is, in a very real sense, the last true American, the only man left who lived before the deluge of fire and who knows the secrets of the old world. And through his leadership and wisdom, he will return us to that old world. He will heal this broken land and make it once more a patriot's paradise, the shining city on the hill.
Simulating an entire person would require some heavy-duty hardware.
I told you Ronnie is not a simulation. He is an adaptive intelligence. His memories are stored magnetically and transferred in and out of storage by read-write heads. Those, in turn, deliver data to and from his processing units.
That's how a computer works. If you're hearing this and being like, oh, that sounds special. No, that's what a computer is. The magnetic storage is a little bit more antiquated than normal modern-day storage, but it's still how a computer works.
Sadly, the components have degraded over time, and occasional tiny errors have crept in. We've had to work around them.
Keeping a sentient AI, you can call it an adaptive AI. It's still an AI so on the letters, but also it's still an AI as an artificial intelligence. Keeping an AI intact under those kinds of conditions is an incredible feat.
Thank you. You're more insightful than most of the outsiders I've met. A pleasant surprise. Maintaining the God President's hardware and software requires talent and training. It is a difficult job, but rewarding. Our duty is a holy one.
She said duty.
But despite our expertise, we can't change the fact that Ronnie is housed in pre-war machines, and repairing them grows more difficult every year. That is why we're finding him a more natural vessel where his divinity can flourish unbound. That
doesn't make much sense, actually. But we're out of time for the day, so we're going to need to continue this venue of conversation in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Wasteland 3. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.